yesterday. Is that
Okay.
correct? And so he's going to try to do a little bit more of the changing of his food intake as well. I told him to do a little bit more of the protein based
Mhm.
and to go more that route a little bit more. But we're going to do it slowly with the
Sure.
fruits for him because he's, I think it's a little bit more difficult for him to remove the fruits,
Mhm.
especially like the watermelon, strawberry. No, not strawberries. What other fruit was it, Warnell, that you consume? Or grapes?
Grapes.
So grapes and watermelon are really high in sugars.
Yeah.
So I told him to just go a little bit slow with that because I know it's going to take some time for him to
Sure.
get adjusted to the changes of his food intake.
Sure. So the other thing you can do too, Warnell, is look at the timing of when you have fruit. So what's your typical day schedule? Are you like a daytime person or a nighttime person? What are you?
Daytime mostly.
Okay.
But I play golf maybe 4 or 5 times a week, a week.
Awesome. Good for you.
I carry grapes with me, a banana or something. So if I get hungry or need to eat something, I eat a banana
Okay.
or what. And sometimes I'll take watermelon with me.
Yeah. So the good thing is that you're consuming the fruit during the middle of your day when you're the most active. So that's a good thing. What I would encourage you to do is maybe limit it to just one fruit. And then if you can tolerate, in other words, if you don't have any allergies or any other type of stomach or GI issues, I would encourage you to use either nuts or seeds because they're more protein based, they're a good fat, and if there is some carbohydrate, it's a good carbohydrate, plus it's got like the seeds have a little bit of fiber. So that'll be a much better snack for you than having a couple of different fruits.
Well, Tuesday I'll keep some cashews with me. Cashew
There you
nut.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, so the best kind of nuts are almonds, walnuts, cashews, pecans. If you like them, pumpkin seeds, pistachios. Pistachios and cashews get kind of expensive, but it seems like at least I can find a good deal at Costco. I don't know if you shop at Costco or Walmart, but you can
I
usually
shop
find.
at Sam's.
Okay, yeah, so same thing as Walmart. Yeah, very good, very good. Yeah, so you can probably find a pretty good deal at one of those two. Yeah, good deal. And then the whole idea is to mix things up. So maybe one day it's going to be almonds, the next day it's going to be walnuts, the next day it could be pecans, the next day cashews. So mix them up so that this way you're not having the same thing within 4 days. So it gives your body a rotation. It also gives your body a rotation of different type of micronutrients. In other words, each of those things has a little bit different of vitamin and minerals. So this way you're giving your body a little bit something different every day.
Okay, I'm taking that super 1,000 milligrams of 10X Pure Gold
Yeah.
CBDA.
Right.
And I'm putting that under my tongue once a day.
Okay.
But if I do that, should I do it like maybe an hour before I eat or an hour after I eat, so it does not mixing with the whatever I eat?
Yes and no. So the yes part is definitely underneath your tongue. So this way it can be absorbed better. What I do is, because I also have a type of autoimmune issue, Hashimoto's thyroiditis. So I take mine in the morning right after I brush my teeth, before I drive to work. So this way I've got a good 20 to 30 minutes when I'm not eating or drinking anything. And then right before I go to bed. So if you have any issues with sleep, then CBDA can help out with sleep. So if you're taking it once a day, you might be better off taking it at night before you go to sleep.
You know, I've been taking this CBD with the A. I've been waking up like 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I just get up and do some exercise, then go back to bed and sleep another 2 hours. But I've been waking up in the middle of the night.
So what time do you have your last cup of coffee or any type of caffeine?
I don't drink coffee.
Okay, good.
And I had something else I tried. A buddy of mine had me getting something for energy. I got it. I have to go upstairs and get it, and I'll let you know what it is in a minute.
Okay.
But I'll wake up in the middle of the night and have a hard time going back to sleep. Then I'll stay woke for maybe an hour, and I'll go back.
Okay. So there's some other things that could potentially alter your sleep cycle. One is making sure that you don't drink a lot of fluids, anywhere from 1 to 2 to 3 hours before you go to sleep. So this way you're not waking up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. Then the other thing is some people will have like a small glass of wine or something like that to kind of wind down. Good idea, but unfortunately it disrupts your sleep cycle. So if you're having any type of alcohol, that has to be 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. And then
I don't drink any kind of alcohol, wine or nothing.
okay.
I never had.
And then the last thing is your last meal of the day should be relatively protein based and virtually void of carbohydrates. If you're going to have a carbohydrate, it will be a vegetable and really no sugar, because sugar is going to elevate your insulin level. That's going to elevate your metabolism, and you don't want that before you go to bed.
Okay.
So those are all the natural kind of things you can do. Now, there are 2 products. One is called Sleep All Night. You can try that. It works wonderfully for me if I'm going to have a sleep issue. And then if you feel like you need to have energy, then there's another product called Shape and Burn, and you can use that. And I use that in the middle of the day. So there's some other things that you can use that are natural that are going to replace your energy drink and then help you sleep.
Okay. I probably got some of that shake and bake. I'll probably try that.
Shape and Burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, try it.
Now,
Anything else?
what you got me taking now is going to help with the pad under my foot. Feel like I got a pad under there.
Yeah, so and that's another reason for taking the Super Gold 1000 CBDA at bedtime, because that helps out with neuropathic type of pain. And again, it's been a week now, so if you're not seeing a big difference, then you may have to increase that dose.
Okay.
That's what I had mentioned to him as well.
Okay.
Because I know, remember, I took Rita, or she started feeling a difference on her, how do you call it, Dr. Phillip? Neural pathways, right?
Yeah, neuropathy.
Neuropathy, sorry.
Yeah.
So for the neuropathy, I know she started seeing some difference within, I think it was 6 to 7 weeks that she had mentioned, or 8 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I can't remember because I know it was last year.
Okay. So
I don't know how it's going to take. I told him that it might take a little bit longer for him, all depending, because it all depends on how long they've they've had it as well.
That's true. Additionally, I think we started off Rita kind of slow, just because of all the other issues she has. So we can ramp up a little bit quicker.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, I wasn't sure because I did tell him that it might take a little bit longer for him, all depending.
Yeah.
But
So
if you're saying that it's a little bit, if he's gonna go a little bit faster, then yes, you're right. And then he also ordered the Cell UV as well, Dr. Phillip.
oh, very good.
So he's gonna try that out as well. I told him not to put it in orange juice because of his diabetes.
Right.
For him to try to consume it with just the water. And he can add the Super 7.
Yeah.
And just dissolve it in there the way Gay does it as well.
Yeah. So what we do, Warnow, is that we chop it up into 4s using a big pill cutter, drop it in a little Tupperware tumbler with water. Then we go to our Pilates class, and then when we come back, it's pretty much dissolved. And then she puts her Cell UV in there, and then shakes it up, and then it tastes like fruit flavored water.
Let me say that again. You take the Super 7 and cut it up?
Yeah, so we use a big pill cutter and then
Okay.
cut it up into 4s, drop it into a little like Tupperware tumbler, so it's about this big, and then put about an ounce or ounce and a half of water in there, let it dissolve as we're in our Pilates class, which is about an hour. And then when we come back from the Pilates class, then she mixes in her Cell UV in there, adds more water, shakes it up, and then just drinks it down, and it tastes like flavored water.
Oh, okay. Have to try that. Dr. Phil, have you ever heard of mushroom coffee?
So it's kind of interesting. Some people believe that mushroom coffee is another way to kind of excite the brain. So I haven't really seen a lot of literature on it.
Can you see that?
Yeah, oh yeah, I can see it. And I've heard of a variety of different mushroom coffees. And again, supposedly it's a way to kind of excite the brain and wake up the brain. I haven't seen any literature on the interaction of mushrooms and brain activity and focusing. So
I've taken it for 2 days so far,
okay.
but I don't drink coffee, so I just make it with some warm water.
Okay.
Coffee. But I needed a sweet taste, so I put a little brown sugar in it.
Yeah.
I gotta try to do it without sugar at all.
Yeah. If you need a natural sweetener, stevia.
Use what?
Stevia.
Okay, stevia.
Stevia, or also the keto creamer from ours.
Yeah.
That one is also, it gives it more of a sweet flavor to it.
Yeah.
And it also helps you with your metabolism as well. But it does give it a nice, like, it tastes like a latte almost. I like it a lot. In our coffee, I believe, or I feel that it makes me focus a little bit more too in the mornings because of the CBDA in it. So it does give you that boost if you're looking for a coffee, and also with the flavor with the keto creamer.
Yeah, and then if you want to take it a step further, there's a vanilla latte coffee, and then you throw a keto creamer on top of that, and it's almost like a vanilla milkshake. And the nice thing about the CBDA in the coffee is that it gives you kind of a smooth focus. So you're not getting really jittery. Sometimes when people drink coffee, they feel real jittery. So yeah, you can try that.
Okay.
Lots of options.
So within about 6 months, y'all have my diabetes taken care of, right?
It should be
It
quicker than 6
depends on
months.
your food.
Yeah, the more aggressive you are, Warnell, you could probably get under control in 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good deal.
Yeah, I took her advice. I had I didn't have pancakes this morning. I had bacon and eggs, but I had a little jelly, little grape jelly. So
Okay. Yeah,
Did you do the sugar-free one?
I didn't get it yet. I'm gonna get it.
Okay.
yeah, so again, the more aggressive you are, the faster you'll see the results. You're going to see results, no doubt about it. It just depends on how quickly you want to see results. That's all.
Dr. Phil, she had me finding a Whole Food store. So I'm walking. I didn't know my way around. I got to go down this aisle, that aisle. But
Yeah, so in general, the more you stay in the periphery, the better off you are, because that's where the better foods, the natural foods, the stuff that's kind of grown on a farm is found.
right. Okay, now I take glipizide and metformin.
Right.
Now I should continue to take that twice a day, like I always have, until I don't have a need or I can not take it and can see the difference, right?
Yeah, so you're going to see your blood sugars naturally fall, and as your blood sugars, as you see your blood sugars naturally fall, then you start reducing the medicine.
Okay. So like when I'm playing golf, sometimes if I don't eat, I get the shakes. So that's when I get some sugar. So if I eat properly, I take everything that you've been putting me on so far, I shouldn't have that problem.
Exactly.
So just be aware though, since you're going to be changing your food intake and the way you're eating, your sugar levels are going to start dropping. Just be checking your sugar levels, because a lot of the members, once they started changing the way they ate, their sugar levels would go down. So just be aware of that, and be aware of your body as well. So if it does go down, don't drink too much sugar. What I had this one lady consume, she would get this aloe vera juice and only take like 2/3 of a cup, or a little bit less than that. It was like maybe 4 ounces. Instead of like doing like 8 ounces, we would do a 4 ounce to increase your sugar levels on there. And you would just drink a little bit, or you can do orange juice too, but it would be very little. Wait 15 minutes and then check your sugar levels again. And then that should raise it. So don't eat like a whole chocolate bar, because a lot of people do that. A lot of my family members would do that. I wouldn't recommend that. Do something real small. 4 ounces is, you start off with maybe like 2 to 4 ounces, check it within 15 minutes, and then go ahead and recheck your sugar levels, and that should increase it fairly well. So I don't know if you check your sugar levels, you're going to have to start checking your sugar levels a little bit more, because you're going to be seeing a difference, and your doctor will probably even change your medication. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Joby?
Yes.
Hi, Dr. Phillips, how are you?
I'm doing well.
This Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
I know I
Also,
haven't.
Sarah lost 45 pounds, Dr. Phillip.
Holy cow, congratulations.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
congratulations.
That's what I was gonna say. I tell the gentleman that was talking, I've been have diagnosed with diabetes for 20 years. And one of the things that I'm finding out with changing the way you eat is that when your sugar goes low, it's true what you said. Just drink a little bit of orange juice or something that is sweet. Nevertheless, what you're gonna find out that your sugar will drop again if you don't eat a little bit of protein once you drink something to put it back up. If you eat a little bit of protein, then your sugar will stay up normal. Like a little piece of meat, or like maybe like a hard-boiled leg, or a half of an egg, some, or a piece of cheese, something like that. And then your sugar, it'll stay at level. Because if you choose to eat or drink like the empty sugar, your sugar will go low again.
So Sarah, it sounds like you've been listening. Good job.
Yeah, it's more with the fasting and because I haven't been able to buy anything, but it's been only like the fasting and one meal a day, and it only consists in protein and vegetables.
Yeah, very good. Very
Yeah.
good.
So now my A1C is still high, and my sugar is still high. But what I'm noticing is that the intake of insulin has come down a whole lot.
Oh, very
You
good.
know, I used to use like the point of sugar that I had, I almost use 1 unit per point, like if my sugar was like 500%, I would use how to 450 units combined on the Novoline of the fast acting and on the slow acting. Well, now, if my sugar per se one night, my sugar says high, because the meter, when the meter says high means that your sugar is more than 600. And I had days like that. I don't know why. And if my meter says high, I'm finding out that it's enough for me to put maybe 80 units of the slow acting and 100 units of the fast acting. And with that, even then, sometimes my sugar goes low. So I'm finding out that I'm putting less and less and less, because I've noticed that sometimes what it causes my sugar to stay up is more stress, more emotional than what I eat. It's more like the stress or the heat, or something like that. Doesn't have nothing to do with the eating at all. Now, if I sometimes I slide and eat something, yeah, but I'm finding out too that when your sugar goes high because of empty calories, it's gonna go low, but it's gonna take like Joey was saying, it's gonna take just a little bit of sweet to put it up. Why? Because it was empty calories what you ate. And now if you eat, let's say you go to a party and you eat like a whole plate of carnitas and tacos and blah blah blah, and then you eat cake, that's a whole lot of the stuff that you're not supposed to eat. That's a whole lot of calories and everything. So it would take a lot of insulin to put your sugar to level. And then if your sugar goes low, it would take quite a bit of sugary stuff or sweet to put it up. But when it's empty calories, it's less. Am I explaining myself?
No, you are. So on average, how much less insulin are you using?
Oh, I'm using a lot less than half, because like I
Wonderful.
said, I could have used 600 units, combine both, and now I'm using maybe 200, and if that, maybe 180.
Very good.
And
Very
that's
good.
just once a day. That's just once a day.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
So what you're describing, when you're saying empty calories, the whole idea is to try to shift the brain and the body into using ketones, because ketones are derived from breaking down fat. So that's what helps out with reducing weight, because you're breaking down fat, and then your body is using the ketones for energy. And the brain can work really well using ketones. The problem is, again, like you said, is if you go in between fasting, so you're eating well and then you're fast, which means you're using the ketones. And then when you're eating good calories, more protein-like. If you get a carbohydrate in there, it's from a vegetable. So this way, the glycemic index of the food is either low or next to nothing, so that this way your body is still using ketones or relatively using more ketones. So your body isn't going through the dramatic up and down and the dramatic blood sugar swings, which makes you feel terrible. So yeah, you're spot on, Sarah. Good job.
Yeah, and I really see that the other day I had a spell of you know, I had to take some water pills because I have edema, I accumulate water. So I use furosemide for that. And I used it and I wasn't drinking enough water. Ironic, right? I'm trying to get rid of the water, but I still have to drink water. And what happened is that my blood pressure went low and I felt horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I felt like my mind was leaving my head and my soul was leaving my body. I'm serious. It's so horrible to say, but that's how I felt. I thought I was gonna die
Yeah.
two ways at the same time. I felt like my mind was leaving my brain and my soul was leaving my body. And I wanted to scream and I wanted to run and I didn't know what to do. So I test my blood pressure and it was low. I can't remember to tell you how much, but it was low. And I remember when I had COVID that I was at the hospital. When I came home, my blood pressure went low because I was barely eating then. So I'm gonna tell you what I did for the blood pressure. I actually grabbed salt and ate it because I got scared. I got 2 pinches of salt and ate them and drink some water, and it's normal now. So what I know is that I need to drink more water and have salt handy in case, because it is hard to put your blood pressure up. It is hard, but I don't know. I never had that before, but I guess it's because I wasn't like having enough fluid intake and taking the
Yeah.
water. Mhm.
Yeah. The other thing that helps out is getting in natural salts that and specifically potassium. So that's why if you're going to consume carbohydrates, that's where the vegetables come in, because they have good salts, good natural salts. So that also helps to naturally keep your blood pressure up.
Okay, yeah, but most of it I just do because it's easy for me and it's not very complicated. And
Mhm.
for my daughters, it's just easy also to eat. You know how my daughter got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes,
Mhm.
and she's only 12. So if I do it, she's gonna be able, and for her to see that I lost this weight is like a stimulation, encouragement for her. She said, well,
Yeah.
if I did it, I can do it too.
Yeah. You're setting a
And
great example.
it's an encouragement for her now, that, I it's so awesome because I can get up more. I go to church now again. I go out of the house, I go to church, get in the car, and I'm not using the oxygen. Just when I get agitated, I put it in my nose for a few seconds and I can take it off. In my house, I really don't put it on anymore unless I get tired. But I'm trying to win off of it, and it seems to be like everything is going good. To God
Very
be the
good.
glory. Yeah,
Amen.
so
Congratulations.
Amen.
it is an awesome thing that God has allowed me to see, because I never in my life had lost this amount of weight. I didn't even know. I thought I had gained weight. And when she weighed me, she told me how much I weighed. I was like, what? I said, why I gained so much? She said, girl, no, you lost weight. I said, no, I didn't weigh me again. And she weighed me again. I was like, oh my gosh. I really was amazed. I really was amazed because I would have never thought. I don't feel like I lost it, but after it sink on my head, then I noticed, yeah, because I'm getting up with more ease, and I'm getting on. I have a high bed that you almost have to jump on it, so I get up on the bed with more ease. I go down my hill. My driveway is very inclined, so I go down, with ease. Also, it's not that tiring and stuff. I can walk longer distances, which for me, 10 steps was really horrible. Now I can walk probably 20 steps and maybe stand for 20, 30 seconds that I cannot do before. So
Very good.
all
Very
that
good.
is gain for me. It's a blessing to me.
Amen. Very good. Very good. Very good.
And I'm glad that I was able to share with y'all
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Because
Thank you.
because you
Yeah.
all play a part, an important part of this.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Amen, Edwin. So you did all the heavy work. You did all the work, and by you sharing, it encourages everyone else, and that's the real benefit. So thank you.
Thank you for your praise, because I know you all pray for me. I know
Amen.
that.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Sarah. It was fantastic hearing that for you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Don't say that. Just say to God be the glory, honey. I don't want to take no glory to myself.
Amen.
Mhm.
Amen.
Any other questions or comments or reports?
I'm fine, Dr. Phil. Thank you.
Good deal.
Alice, do you have anything that you need to?
No, I don't have anything. Thank you.
No. Okay. How about you, Anna?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, baby.
Hi, mommy, Dada.
All right, say bye.
Hey, Athena.
Hi.
That's adorable.
Dr. Phil. Dr.
Yes,
Phil,
ma'am.
if you find out anything else about that mushroom coffee, will you let me know, please?
Yeah, I will. I will. How about you, Edwin? I think you're muted. There you go.
No, I don't have anything right now. Thank you for asking.
You're
And thank you all for this platform.
Yeah,
You're
no,
very
you're welcome. Yeah. Good deal.
So,
and I
Dr.
forgot
Phillip,
to
for
tell
me,
y'all, I forgot to tell you all that I had COVID again, and I didn't even need to go to the hospital this time.
Good for you.
So I had COVID again. All of my family had COVID again, and to God be the glory. I was home, and I was fine, and I tested negative last week, and I'm okay. So please keep on praying for me.
Amen. We'll do,
Amen.
Sarah.
absolutely.
Thank you.
You're going to say something, Jovi?
Oh, yes, Dr. Phillip. I forgot to mention last week, you had changed the shape and burn to take one in the morning before I work out,
Oh, yeah.
and then to take another one at 10 o'clock. That's been helping out a lot.
Good deal.
So I do pass 10 sometimes because I'm working and stuff,
Mhm.
or if I'm with a client. So I've taken it at 11, 11:30 or 12, and I stayed up a little bit later though. But it's working. So I've been taking it like that. And sometimes I'll take 2 in the morning, and then one at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, all depending.
Okay.
But that's been working out a lot for me.
Very good.
I've seen a difference.
Awesome.
7:45.
I'm trying to remember if I have a question for someone else, but I can't remember. I know someone had reached out to me, but I
Okay.
can't remember the question, Dr. Phillip. I'll try to
Okay.
see. I'll look for the text message.
Okay. How's Karen doing?
Karen's doing well. She's still in Florida. I think she'll be out in Chicago probably in October, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So we'll probably do an event in Brown Cow. When is it? In October. We're gonna have a meeting on Sunday with the girls, so I'll find out.
Okay.
And then
Good
I'll
deal.
let everyone know too, like through Facebook as well.
Okay, very good.
So I know I was letting the girls know in reference to building with CTFO,
Mhm.
the 5 to help 5 people.
Mhm.
So we're gonna go more in detail that way. And we're gonna go a little bit about that. I know I like that because you don't have to purchase too much. You can always even buy just the coffee. And I think that's really what's the word? Where I think everyone can do that. Because in any other company, you have to purchase at least 150 to 250 a month
Right.
to actually qualify for anything. And then whatever else, like I know in network marketing, anything else after one order is just volume that
Mhm.
that they get, and you don't get paid. And with CTFO, you get paid for every order that the same person orders every month
The thing is,
or whenever they order.
it just has to be $45, so I'm not sure if the coffee meets that threshold.
You know,
Is it?
I don't
I
know.
think it's like
Edwin.
$39.99 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I think you're right. I you know what? I heard something else. You are right.
Well, the reason I remember is somebody asked that question, I think to someone during one of the Zooms with the corporate, and they mentioned something. Another thing is you start out for that first bonus, that first order bonus up to 50%. And a lot of companies, they only do like 20, or they may run a promotion now and then for 30, but we can earn up to 50% of the product introduction bonus, which is, and then keep earning that. And that's really unheard of.
Exactly.
And they don't play any games with the volume, you know. In order, some companies you have to have $100 to qualify, but in order to get that $100, you have to spend like $150. And I just love CTFO doesn't play those kind of games, you know.
Yeah.
And just one of the things that sets us apart.
Yeah. No, you're exactly correct. And I guess the reason why I didn't remember the 45 is that my wife and I each have a smart ship with the immune pack. So it's the Super 7 and the Ultimate Vitamin, and that meets the threshold.
Yeah. Yeah, for me too.
Mhm.
So, but I thought it was the coffee. I don't know why. I thought it was $49.99.
Yeah.
But I think you're right, Edwin. I think it's $39.95, the coffee.
Coffee
So I'll
and
double
creamer
check,
now. That
right?
would be,
Yeah, there you go.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, that would definitely hit your threshold. Exactly. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. But that's it for me, Dr. Phillip.
Very cool.
Anything else that you want to add to today's talk?
No, I think that was a good discussion, and Sarah just kind of reinforced everything. So that was beautiful.
I know,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. So we'll pick up the same time next Friday.
Absolutely.
thank you again.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Thank you,
welcome.
You're
You're
welcome.
welcome. You're welcome.
You have a good weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Judy.
Thanks,
You're welcome.
thanks, Dr. Phil.
You're
Bye,
welcome.
everybody.
Thank you,
Bye,
Dr. Phillip.
Phil. Hello. Bye-bye, everyone.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.